Why not? The Raiders. If you build it, we will. Oh, the Raiders are good again. Yesterday, Oakland beat the Broncos, taking control of the AFC West. One thing that was very noticeable, however, all the anxiety about a possible move to Vegas. Fans holding up all sorts of signs, trying to keep the team out in Oakland. Here's a look at all the losing Raiders fans have had to deal with over the last decade. It does seem sort of cruel right now, Marcellus, that at this point in the game, with the Raiders being good at all, that they're going to move.
To me, this is the best time to go. This is perfect if you talk about...
From whose perspective?
Well, think about it. You got a great team right now that's playing great, at least, and it's great timing to go to a new location. You want to receive something that's a good product.
As the owner.
As the owner,
right.
as a team, as the players, maybe, and as the welcoming city. The only people really disgruntled are the Oakland Raider fans. But look, let me tell you, the Oakland Raider fans, what I learned in the NFL.
Oh.
This is an old quote, another Wileyism from you, brought to you, that says, don't say hello when it's time to say goodbye. All you Raider fans have been for years knowing that this is a troubled franchise and a troubled community. Where were all the signs then? Where were all the protests then? But now it's time to say goodbye to the boys. Now you want to show all the love. Guess what? It's too late for you, brother.
Not at all. Not at all. Look, I played against Oakland when they sucked. And they suck bad.
Yeah.
But I also, when the time that they didn't play well and the team was bad, I looked up in the stands and they were full.
Okay.
They were full. They were still coming out and supporting.
Okay.
And they wasn't promoting the team. I played in the back. You know how bad it is to play in the black hole. It was terrible up there. They came out to support. Now you telling me I had to suffer through all the bad years of you losing, and I was still coming to spend my hard-earned money to pay for these tickets. Now you're winning, and we got something to come to the game for, and you want to get up and move.
But that's not the context.
But see, that's the same thing that's going on now in San Diego. San Diego's having that same problem right now. San Diego went through a stretch that they wasn't good. And the team, the fans still came out and supported.
But you act like this is a made-up problem, Sean. This problem has been there for years. And guess what? It's like a relationship. If you're in a relationship, and I've been telling you, we got problems. We got problems. And I've been saying that for month and month and month. And then at the end, when I said, you know what? I think I'm about to go. Here come the flowers. Here come the chocolates. Here come the dates.
No.
You know what?
Why did it take late?
Exactly. But why did it take this long for them to win? How about the times when,
when I played against them, they were good. Rich Gannon and
how long was that?
You trying to say I've been out the league for a while?
I'm just saying you're a little older than I am. I'm just saying you're a little older than I am.
Let's just say what we always want to say. The only people that ever suffer in any of this are the fans.
Yeah,
Fans. We always get the short end of the deal because the business dudes aren't going to do something to put them in a bad spot.
But in Vegas, it's an international city. You're talking about a hub across the world for a product in Vegas. It's the best scenario.
Now, if they go to Vegas, I'll say I'll attend my first Raiders game.
You think?
Exactly. They got to go.
We do have to talk a little Cam Newton right now, guys.
Okay.
Apparently, his conversation with Roger Goodell, I guess it didn't go as well as he must have thought it did because he was on the receiving end of a couple of questionable hits that, again, were not called yesterday against the Rams. Here he is after the game.
I feel like today was more of a clean game and everything.
I'm just happy. I'm just happy we won the football game. So.
All right. You had more fun out there this time?
It's always fun to win.
What's going on with the hats?
What'd you say he looked like?
He looks like a cigar.
He looks like a cigar. He looks like a black and mild up there.
Anyways, I got distracted, as I do every week this time when we try to do a Cam story. All seriousness, did the league fail him once again?
No, not at all.
Okay.
This is my problem with Cam Newton. I think that he's a big enough player, right, that he should have called Roger Goodell from the start. Not say anything publicly. Don't complain to the league. Don't voice your opinion. The first thing being to Cam Newton, because he can do that. He's a star in the National Football League. He can call it Roger Goodell and make his complaints felt
Wait,
first.
do you guys have his number, or do you have to go?
No,
through
he can, of course he has Roger Goodell.
His text.
Your agent can get it.
Yeah,
but
he can reach out. He can reach out to Roger Goodell personally himself. He should have did that. The fact is, the NFL likes to set an example across the board, not just for one player. So now that he's made it public, the NFL's not changing anything. The NFL's not going.
I disagree with that.
The NFL's not changing anything because they know if they change something for Cam Newton, anyone else that starts to complain publicly that's going to look for the same treatment. That's just not going to happen.
We're not asking them to change anything. We're asking them to get it right. And they got it right yesterday, and they didn't get it right the weeks before. That's why they got the phone call from Cam. Look, these situations actually are two legal hits. Now, you're talking to two former defenders up here, but from our eyes, these are legal hits. The first one by Mark Barron certainly was a forearm shiver to the side, and that caused the head to snap back. The second one by Aaron Donald, yeah, he flied in the air. Yes, he was flying. Yes, he launched, but he didn't hit him face to face, helmet to helmet. Kind of caught him right here in this groove, and you saw that reaction. All that said, I'm glad the NFL didn't cave to the scrutiny, to the heightened awareness of you better call it for Cam. I actually think the NFL got this right. 2 legal hits.
And I just want you both to know that when we were doing our morning call this morning, I didn't even give my opinion on this because I wanted to defer to you two gentlemen.
Oh, Beadle, you're so nice.
They know a lot more. Okay, we've got college football on Saturday. There were some upsets this weekend, but on Saturday, Cincinnati lost 20-3 to BYU to drop to 4-5 on the season. But who cares about that? The real action came after the game when head coach Tommy Tuberville got into it with a fan. Take a listen.
Hey, go to hell. Get a job. Get a job.
Yeah.
He has since apologized.
Don't apologize.
Saying he just hates losing. Blah, 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 blah. We originally were going to say, does he need to apologize? But now that he has, why did he do that?
Why'd you apologize?
Why?
You know, this is what I hate in sports and what I hate in entertainment as a whole. How sports has this different line than all other entertainment products. Think about it. It's a one-way transmission in sports. If I pay the price of admission, I can do whatever I want and say whatever I want to you as an athlete. But I can't do that in any other entertainment product. When I buy a ticket to the opera, I am forced to sit there and take in that bad product, a good product, and not curse anyone out.
You're not forced to sit there. You opted to sit
but
there.
You know, and the same in this situation. You're not forced to sit there at a game.
At a sporting event, however, you have two entities. One you're probably rooting for. One
Who cares?
If I go to a Beyonce concert, I love
Who cares?
Beyonce.
I go to a Beyonce concert, I can't do anything I want to. And it's in my head. But certainly, I'm like, all right, I got to sit there and be civilized.
On, look at this.
And you go to a game, all of a sudden, you don't have to be civilized. I'm glad he cursed that dude.
But Marcellus, we know that we cannot respond because we're the only people can. We're not supposed to. I'm not saying.
Thank you. Let's talk about it.
Okay, we're not supposed to because we're the only people that can lose in that situation.
That's exactly
You know that most fans are probably sitting back just hoping that we say something.
Yeah.
We don't have to say anything bad.
But it's set up for failure like that.
They just want to hear something back, and they're just like in football. The refs never see the guy who initially took the shot. They see the one who who
Beadle's guilty of this, so that's why she's defending it.
As a heckler myself, I believe that I am qualified to speak on this topic. Yes, we do love to heckle. We like to say horrible things. I can't say the worst because obviously now I will get in trouble with my career. However, I once did.
Right.
And that being said, if we get a response out of anybody, we won.
Yeah, but
what
entitles you to even heckle? You don't do that at the movies.
I'm saying.
Everything else you pay for, you don't heckle. But you go to sports, all of a sudden you can heckle us like we're not human.
Because I'm at an event, a game, and I'm, for example, Spurs. I'm at a Spurs game. I'm cheering for the Spurs.
Yeah.
I am not cheering for the other team, so I will.
I just want to send this warning. Start something, I'm going to finish it. Just like that in sports. You say something.
I want to finish it, but we're not.
I'm Durant up here, baby. I am Durant.
3 cheers for the Jags defense. I wish I had. I wish I had.
Get a sack, Wiley.
Ball goes up. 2 Jags.
Oh, it's the worst.
2 Jags walk into a bar.
But where else do you do that? It's hilarious. You don't do that in any other entertainment product.
If I paid to go to a movie, like I wanted to see the movie.
You pay to go to games. You pay to go to movies.
Man, look,
why are you civilized at the movies?
These guys deserve to be heckled. They just ran into each other.
Bad movies. Why you don't heckle a bad movie?
Well, what about Harrison Barnes? I'm not saying nothing because I might get my credentials.
Oh, now we can heckle him, of course. Yeah. But when we see a bad acting performance, we're not heckling. You go to the Oscars, you see a horrible performance, you're not heckling. Why?
First of all, nobody goes to the Oscars by choice. 3 cheers for Chris Boswell. Executes, I would say, maybe one of the worst onside kicks.
So we can heckle him.
We can heckle the heck out of this guy.
Yeah. You got one job. You got one job.
And it's not
I'm surprised he didn't sprain an ankle.
What is that?
What is happening?
A lot of bad. Okay, heckling allowed on that one.
Okay.
Can we go to his house?
I agree to that one.
Yeah, we can show up.
Okay, the Browns lost again this weekend. They're now 0-9. One Browns player, however, has guaranteed they're going to win one.
Oh, Lord. Oh, man.
We got you.
Have you been watching this team? It's bad SportsNation.
SportsNation is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
I have no idea. I don't understand it. I mean, this is what we get paid to do, is to bring it every week. I don't know what the lack of juice was. I mean, you kind of felt it over the entire sideline. We got to respond better like we did to close out the game, get the crowd involved more than just the squirrel on the field, and that would have been a better situation for us.
I'd pay $40 to watch that squirrel do stuff. That was Aaron Rodgers ripping into his teammates after losing to the Colts at Lambeau. Good move for him to call him out publicly? That's sort of the question du jour.
Typically, when your best player, who is a former NFL MVP, calls out a team, then obviously that's a good thing. But in this situation, if I'm on the team, I'm careful if I'm Aaron Rodgers because one finger pointed out, 3 back at you, and the thumbs up to God. And if you look at these numbers, oh, Aaron Rodgers, you're still great, but you're not Aaron Rodgers. And I think your teammates know that better than us sitting behind this desk. That look at those numbers right there. The QBR is going down. Everything about Aaron Rodgers is still very good, but not on his level. So if you're going to call me out, make sure you can live up to your responsibilities if you're Aaron.
I agree. And you're Aaron Rodgers. I'm always against big players like that saying something publicly.
Always.
Because it always backfires to teammates who are not able to take it. Because now some guys react differently to getting scrutinized. When you're Aaron Rodgers, you're put on another platform and you start pointing fingers in your locker room. You might not get the reaction you think. Some guys can't take that.
What do you mean can't? Like, what happens?
Now you might not get guys to go out and perform the way they are.
They like resent you because
you're getting resented a little bit because you've been put on this platform. And you got to understand, guys, look, you're Aaron Rodgers. Guys in the locker room look up to you. So the second you start pointing fingers and saying we as a whole, because you're not pointing out individual offensive linemen, our running back, we're not catching the ball well playing. You're pointing out the team. So now you're already getting, people are jumping on your back in the public eye. People are already jumping on your back in the media. Now you're just adding fuel to the fire. And I never understood why guys of Aaron Rodgers' magnitude need to come out and address the team. That's something you pull the team together as in a team meeting, kick all the coaches out. And now you start ripping guys.
That kumbaya.
No, you start.
You know damn well Aaron Rodgers saying you better get on board or you're out of here.
Okay, but yell at me in the team meeting room. I can take that. I can take that. Just don't do it publicly because guys sometimes don't respond well to it.
Let's talk about a team we can all agree on. The Browns.
Oh, okay.
The pride of Cleveland lost again yesterday. This time, well, to the Cowboys, in fairness. The defeat drops them now to 0-9, and we all get to speculate if they're even going to win a game this season. Take it away, Christian Kirksey.
We're not going to go 0-16. That's for a fact. We're not doing that. So.
That's a bit of a guarantee, and I give you the schedule.
Let's help you out,
please.
Christian.
Where's the win coming, guys?
Are you a believer, Christian? Because, look, I don't believe in your team. The best percentage chance they have is the Bengals at 35%. Last time I checked, that means that you're not supposed to win that game either. All those games are losses on paper. That's a bad situation. You know, as I know, we used to get our schedule, and I used to circle it, the games we are going to win. Then I'll write a little question mark like, that team might get us. There's not a game you could circle for the Cleveland Browns right now.
Yeah, and anytime you start talking about 0-16, we're not going 0-16. I think you already made up in your mind that you're probably going to go 0-16.
Yeah.
And the fact is, it's not going to get any better because when they go 0-16, they're just going to clean house again and remove everybody, and the next season don't look too promising for them as well.
But then it's the same dude that last week said they were going to go 8-0.
He did.
But then they lost, so I think he really meant they're going 7-1. What did he really mean by that? Because he's already
They're probably going to win now. We just get the math wrong.
His explanation, he was shaking his head no on everything he said.
I know, the body language wasn't great.
He had his fingers behind his back.
Everything was crossed. Speaking of bad teams, oh, man, the Rams continue the downward spiral with Case Keenum under center. Yesterday, Rams fans were so tired of bad offense, they started chanting, "We want Goff." After the game, Jeff Fisher had this to say about those chants. Quote, "I honestly didn't hear them root for Jared. I would submit that Case was not the reason we lost this game today." All right, so then let's give you some numbers. Here's Keenum's numbers. Those aren't great. That's all I know. Sean, at this point, the question is no longer, does he deserve a chance? Can it be worse if we put Goff in?
Yeah, it can be worse.
How?
You can keep Goff on the bench and the rest of your season can go down the drain. That's basically what you're saying to the rest of the team. They're already tucking it in and going to lose the rest of the season. Whenever you have, they're tucking their tails and saying, "Hey, you know what?
You're double tucking, huh?
Yeah, you got to
tails.
Double tucking. I guess you got to double tuck now. But they're already saying to the rest of the team that we already made our decision that this is going to be our season. We're going to keep our starting quarterback that we gave up half of our team for. We gave up future draft picks.
Oh, wow.
And we're gonna tuck it in for the rest of the season. That's what if I'm on the defense, that's what the coach is telling me right now.
Sean, can I help you out?
Talk to him.
All right. Before I worked here on Glorious Sports Nation, I did some NFL Live work, and let me just put on my NFL Live hat and give you this. Case Keenum is the best option they have, and this is why. If you look at this receiving core that they had last year, 32nd ranked in the league. The worst receiving core in the league last year. You inherit that this year. Okay, now you're Case Keenum. You're an average, above average, slightly above average quarterback. You think you have Todd Gurley, and Todd Gurley's going to be your workhorse. And if you got a running game, you got a play-action passing game, and all of a sudden things going. Let me just enlighten you on who Todd Gurley is. This is Todd Gurley this year. We have not seen him crack the 100-yard barrier. As a matter of fact, in his last 16 games, going back to last year, he's only had one game over 100 yards. 16. He's only had one. So the problem is not Case Keenum. He's holding this thing together. Got the worst receivers, and he has no running back right now. Worst yards per carry of all qualified running backs. What is a quarterback to do?
And this is when stats lie. Stats do lie because they've been playing from behind a lot of times this year, and it's hard to run the ball when you're playing from behind. You got to throw in order to catch up.
It's hard to run the ball when you got the worst running back, too.
Yeah.
And I love Todd Gurley, but he's, by the numbers, the worst running back this year.
He does.
Stats lie.
We'll be right back. First, though, it's Veterans Day this Friday. To celebrate Veterans Week, we're going to share some special messages from athletes around the country. Take a listen.
Hey, I'm Jenny Finch, USA softball Olympic gold medalist. I want to send to all the troops all over the world a big, huge thank you for everything you do, all the sacrifices you make each and every day, for representing us and keeping us safe and giving us this amazing, incredible freedom that we do have. Thank you. God bless.